Hi everyone, it's Mary Blocker with Mary's Stampin' Cafe, and welcome to my uploaded Saturday Stampin' video. Thanks so much for stopping in. If you are a subscriber, thanks so much for subscribing and coming back to watch my videos and sometimes giveaways and my tips and tricks. And if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and click that subscribe button and click the bell so you don't miss out on any of my fun ideas. Today, my project is about inspiration. So sometimes when I'm designing cards, how do you get your ideas? There's lots of places. Pinterest, the Stampin' Up catalog has tons of ideas, but this is a card that a friend of mine gave me a while ago. And I just love the simplicity and the cleanliness of the card with that fun little tree embossed background here and the little doggy underneath. And I just thought, I really just like that clean and simple style. A lot of white, and I just kind of like that. So I was inspired to use that as my thoughts for today, and I'm going to be using the Spruced Up bundle by Stampin' Up. It's in the July to December mini catalog. It is a fabulous, fabulous buy. Let me tell you why. It has the cutest trees right here and ornaments. I am a huge ornament fan. I'm a huge tree fan. Anything trees. I will have any stamp set that has trees in it. I love, love, love it. What's interesting when you look at the dies here, you have everything to cut out your ornaments and your trees, and there happens to be an ornament die right here that doesn't have a stamp. How fun is that? But we have the ball ornament here for this one here that you build. There's the long one, and then both trees. What's also nice in the dies, there's multiple presents. So you can stamp out a couple of presents and die cut them out, multiple at once. There's 3 little stars here, which makes die cutting so quick and easy. Couple of candy canes, it's just great. Now, there's something special about this die set as well, and you will find out. Just by creating one card today, we are going to have an opportunity to get 3 projects instead of just 1 card because of the special way that these dies cut. So let's get into it. I have a thick basic white card base, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4 today. With that, I have a 5 1/4 by 4 layer for the top. Whenever I do some embossing, here's another tip. I don't do it on the front part of the card here. What I find when you emboss, you're breaking a bit of the fibers of the cardstock, and then this front flap seems a little flimsy after you emboss. Also, when you open up the card, you have it on this side here, and I don't really care for that. So I will always take a layer that's just 1/4 inch smaller around, and I will emboss that in this beautiful embossed piece right here that you see. I did the Whimsical Woodlands embossing folder, and let me share this with you. Wow-wee, that's all I can say. So here are those beautiful trees, and you probably can't see it very well here. You could see it much better, yes, on my one that's already been embossed. But there are so many techniques you can do with this embossed piece. You can use the Stampin' pastels and do some coloring that way. You can use your Stampin' blends, your Stampin' Write markers, the watercolor pencils, and you can do that. You can also use the blending brushes and then just do some colors to get some different colors on there. Because I'm keeping that clean and crisp feel from the card that inspired me, I'm going to be leaving it white, just like this. So let's go ahead. For this project today, I am using my liquid glue. I feel that whenever you are using embossing, dry embossing with the embossing folders, you will get a better adherence using a liquid glue, and you won't damage or push out any embossed parts by running a tape runner and kind of pushing down hard. So that's why I like to use the liquid glue. Now, do you have kind of the same thing that I end up with? I had this little package. I was doing some cleaning, and I have a little package of past designer series paper from past holiday catalogs, and I try to keep things together. There's also a little bit in a current hostess designer series paper package too called Celebrate Everything. But I just kind of put them together in a little thing. And so for this card, I love the idea of kind of non-traditional colors. So I have a couple of strips here that I've done using that beautiful, I think it was Whimsical Trees last season. Just loved it. And so we're going to be using just a strip of that just to get a little bit of interest on our card. And so again, I'm going to use my liquid glue. That will help this adhere. And I'm going to have it come down about that far on the card actually. And liquid glue gives you that little bit of opportunity. So we have some wonderful pinks here, the mint macaron. So of course I have a mint macaron and a polished pink, two beautiful colors for the trees. And these are the two trees that I stamped already on my basic white. And I tell you what, if you look at any of the craft stores now, it is such a trend for these trees, right? Little ceramic trees that have the lines or the etched lines or embossed lines or metallic lines or designs on them to put on your mantle. They're just so pretty. I wanted to show you how this cuts through so you get a sense and an idea how in the world we're going to end up with like 3 projects from one card today. I know, it's amazing. I think Stampin' Up! Does some amazing things. So let's go ahead and get our mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And I have both of those like this. Hopefully I can go ahead and put them through at the same time. You know, sometimes we have luck like that. Other times, not so much. These dies, once you start using them, you will want to continue to just play and play and play with them because I just find them to be so interesting. Such smart people. Smart people had designed those. And this really isn't difficult to line up. I'm just making it difficult for myself. You know how that goes. You're trying to do something. And if I'm lucky and just set it down like that, and let's roll it through. We'll only know when I get through. Might be off just a little bit. That's okay. This is so fun. This is where the magic happens with this. So when I take the die up, you will see, can you see what's happened there? Let's lift this up. And right, I've got a great mask right there, but look what else I have. I have the inside of the stamped tree, and then I have its outline part. So I've got 2 items for 1 die. How fun is that? Now you see how just by doing 2 dies, I have 4 pieces. So I have possibly more than 1 project to do when I end up with that, right? So I'm going to set these aside because for my card, what I wanted to do is I took the dies and I put them through simply on a mint macaron and a polished pink. And what I ended up with was 2 colored outlines and 2 trees that don't have any design on them. So now that I've done that, because I wanted a green tree and I wanted the green outline for the tree, I didn't want the white. But the white is awesome because we can use those on another project. The other thing is with these trees right here that don't have any design, look at the scored line that's running through that one. So now if you just take a stylus and a ruler, you can go ahead and make more lines on the tree. You can have your lines going across this way, and you can give those trees a lot more life. You can also use your blending brushes to do a darker edge on those if you'd like. Lots of different things you can do with that. Okay, now that I have these trees how I want them, I'm going to bring this back in. So let me think now. We have got white outlines. We've got colored inside trees. There's just so much fun. So now how I'm going to lay this out is my little tree's going to be here. Then this one's going to come almost kind of like a little shadow, a little lower. Then this one's going to sneak in behind this guy like so. He's already smaller, right? And then this one's going to come in front just like that. And how cute is that? Oh, I love it. I just love trees. What is it that you really love? Leave me a comment below. What holiday thing do you love, 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 love? For me, like I said, it's trees. I have a friend who loves snowflakes, and she will purchase any stamp sets, anything with snowflakes. And I will do anything with trees. Now for these outline trees, you could use adhesive sheet on your cardstock before you even run it through the die cut machine. I am okay just using a little bit of liquid glue around. That's all it really needs. It's just a little bit of it. It doesn't need a lot. Liquid glue is quite strong. So I'm going to start this guy here. There we go. And then for our larger trees, our inside of our trees, I'm going to use dimensionals, just a couple of them. And this is going to come just kind of in front of it a bit. There we go. I just think it's so fun. Now remember, this one's going to slide a little bit behind the mint macaron tree. So I'll give just a little bit of dots of glue. I was running it kind of along, but I don't really need to do that. Just a little bloop. Just to hold it down. So now this one's going to slide right behind there. Just like so. Kind of give a little hold for a second to keep it held down. And then this one's also going to get dimensionals. I just love this non-traditional colors of the minty greens and the pop of pink. And this polished pink is just lovely. Oh my goodness. My dimensional just pulled that right off of there. So I guess we know what we can say about dimensionals, huh? That they are strong. Let's go ahead and just set that down on there. Kind of just like so. There we are. There. I like that a lot. That is so fun. Now we need our sentiment, right? So I am going to use the happy from the stamp set, and I have a piece of basic white here, keeping it clean. So I'm going to use the mint macaron here and stamp the happy just like so. From there, I'm going to use the double oval punch Oh, look at that. Maybe if I turn it upside down this way. Wouldn't let me go down any further. There we go. Doing it upside down there. And that's going to come right here on that. And it is not going to get a dimensional right in the center at all, but it will need one on the outer edge of each. And let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a dimensional, and I'm just going to go ahead here up to cut it in half and put one on one edge and one on this edge. Because what's going to happen when I put the oval down, And it's still on this large tree here, so that's got to move down a little bit. There we are. So then we have our happy is crooked. We don't want that. So we have our happy. Oh, I am going to have to take that off. I'm sorry. But it is sticking up and I'm making a mess of things. There we are. So my dimensional, I need a small dimensional here because it still does need to be lifted up. Otherwise it's just kind of flapping away and we don't want that. But it has to come down here. There it is, so it's not touching the other. So we have, oh, but that is crooked and I do not like it. There we go. There. Now my happy is not crooked, a little bit. All right, so you're thinking, well, that looks a little bit plain there, but I am going to show you what I've got. Remember I said there were 3 little star dies? Well, look at my stars. What I have there are 3 silver foiled stars. Look at how cute those are. So what's going to happen is those stars are going to be right on the top of both trees, and I'm going to put one little star down here by happy because this card makes me happy. All right, so there's a star. Come on, little guy. There's a star. And there is a, whoop. He said, nope. Where are my tweezers when I need them, right? And there we have our cute, cute spruced up card. Now we're not finished. We have the center inside, and on the inside it says happy, may it be yours this holiday season. I think that is just terrific. So let's get our mint macaron. I'm going to stamp it once here, and that is good to go. Stamp that. Oh, goodness gracious. Ooh. And then I am going to take one of our trees and put it right inside there. There we go. Always want to be decorating the inside of your cards to let people know how special they are. There we go. So there we have it. Happy. May it be yours this holiday season. I think this card is just fabulous. But now remember, I said that, designing this one card ended up with being able to create a couple more projects. So let's see what else I have that came up from this. We'll go with our next card. So one of the things I want you to know, when you are going to use the dies, always center them on a piece of cardstock with an idea and thought about what could be next. Because when you do die cut out the tree, you end up with a negative here. So when I die cut them, I had a nice even out around it, and then I want to be able to stamp a sentiment right here, right? And then here's another idea with the smaller pink tree. Same idea, when you go to die cut these, make sure you have it centered on your cardstocks because you can always use those parts and pieces for something else. So for this next card, it's very similar in the sense of layout of our first card in terms of having the thick basic white base and then having the whimsical woodlands die just like the first card. I mean, ooh, and I kind of like that side of the die too, of the embossed folder. That's fun. I don't know what you call that, the debossed side, I suppose. And so then, easy peasy, just to start with kind of that same thought of idea of layout, because I'm talking about kind of that crisp and clean look of winter. There we are, kind of like we're making our first one. And then I decided to pull in one of my favorite colors, one of the new in colors, which is called, oh my gosh, my brain just went completely dead. Oh, Sweet Sorbet. Now, Sweet Sorbet is a cross between kind of a red, a pink, and it's like all mashed together. And there's also the In Color 6x6 Designer Series paper packs. So what's going to happen there is I am going to, oh, the polka dots are fun. Polka dots, plaid. Oh, I like the plaid. So when designing this particular card, I just wanted to make sure that I had some sort of design behind the tree. So I just start with that thought and that idea and thinking, oh, I love how that liquid glue gives me a little time to then have this here. Okay? And then so you have that fun design behind the tree. And it is very cute. So that's going to just completely cover it like a window or a frame, just like that. Now, a fun thing would be go ahead and, oh, hold on, I'm a little crooked. A fun thing would to take this mint macaron and run that through the Woodlands embossing folder. That would be really fun. Okay, so now for my sentiment here, we're going to see about doing our Merry and Christmas together on that front. And my glue will be too much there, so let's take a look. We'll go ahead and pull this off from our first card, and we're going to have Christmas. Looks good. And Merry. And then, so of course, with our mint macaron, the first thing we'll want to do is to make sure things are lined up. That looks good. That looks very good. And so that's going to go right here. How cute is that? Now the other thing that's in here are some sprinkly snowflakes. And what I'm going to do with that, I'm going to use those. And I'm going to do a little more interest on the mint macaron. But I'm going to stamp off so you barely see them. Now, an idea for this is to do it before you've put it onto your Sweet Sorbet, but it's really okay. It's lifted up a little bit from the Sweet Sorbet. So you're not going to see it really getting on the red. And there we are. We've just added a little more interest to that mint macaron. And now we have a little bit more here. Now when I put this right to here, that's cute, right? But it needs a little bit more. Well, it's going to get a little bit more. Remember these white outline pieces that we got when we first die cut out these trees here? The mint macaron and the polished pink that was stamped on the white cardstock? Well, that's what we have here. we have our white frames from our first card. And that is going to help jazz up our card a little bit. Okay. So now I'm going to take this, place it right back where it belonged. Ah! I had glue on my hand, of course. Now I know that's never happened to any of you crafters, right? Your finger sticks to that glue and it's like, oh no. And move it just a little bit so it stays right in there, and look at how cute that is. Isn't that fantastic? It is so, so darn cute. Now another fun thing is you could take the Merry Christmas and you could emboss that white if you'd like. Now, we are not finished. We're going to take some strips of the Designer Series paper and the mint macaron. And those are going to go across the center of our card, just like that. One above it, and then one below it. I do like the polka dotted side of this paper. This is again the 22 to 24 in color Designer Series paper, 6x6 pack. You can click the link below on my In Color Club if you're thinking about you might like to start collecting. You little mint macaron piece, you're a little bit on the crooked side. This one's a little long, so we take care of those little things. This one over here is just sticking out just a little bit more, so we'll take care of that. There. So now that's again just giving us a little bit more interest. See how that just really helps fill in what seems to be missing? I'm sorry about that. That just really is great. So now I'm going to use Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm going to do 5 of them. I might even do 2 more here, 1 more here, and 1 more here. I use my dimensionals. You get like 300 of them in a pack because I do not like any sagging centers or sagging sides. I like that all to be lifted up equally and supported on that. So then this is just going to go right here in the center, raised up with dimensionals. And then where is my silver star? We need our silver star. I'll give it a little more adhesive there. And there is our cute. Oh my goodness. How fun is that? So then when we open up here, we're going to take our mint macaron tree and it's going to go right inside. Pulling that mint macaron back in. And there we are. How fun. So there, little bit of a different color scheme, right? Still a bit of non-traditional colors. We're getting a little closer to tradition with that sweet sorbet. And now we have one more project. This is a little idea because everybody needs at Christmas time, you need holiday gift tags, right? And so with this little tree done on the polished pink, I pulled a piece of Designer Series paper from the Kindest Gnomes suite, And I went ahead and figured out what is the size of my piece that I had done. This is a great tag size. So that's just going to get glued right there. I didn't want the designer series paper just to be the back of the tag because there's a different design on the designer series paper. And this way, by putting it onto a basic white, you then have the whole back side of the tag that you could write a really nice little note on. Okay? So there we go. And then this is going to get glued on just like that to the front of that. So then that piece of cardstock is being used up and not just discarded. So always think when you are die cutting out any die cuts, if you're die cutting snowflakes or you're die cutting, say you're die cutting an animal out or something like that, you're always going to be left with that negative, right? That negative part. So there we are. And I have the really cute to and from on that. So I'm going to use the polished pink. And with that polished pink, I'm going to take those snowflakes that we had and I'm going to stamp off. Oh, you know what? I might leave it full strength. Let's see. Oh, I don't like it full strength. There we go. Just a little tap off. That's all we'll do. There we are. I like it. I like it. I like it. Got to not tap off so hard because when I tap off really hard, I take all of the ink off. And that's not good. There we are. So you see I've added those snowflakes around it. Now we'll take the to and the from. Nice and dark. Yes, I like that. And the to and from will come right here. There's our to and our from. Super cute. And to add that interest to the tag, just like we did with our card, we'll go ahead and use our other white outside edge. To put inside there to brighten it up a little bit. And then that's going to slip right inside where it goes. Just like that. And we need one of our stars, our silver foil stars. I love that there's 3 dies because I can die cut out 3 stars, lickety split, and then run it through a few more times and get lots of stars. Let's even that out right there. And that's really, really cute, isn't it? Let's get our punch and our lovely, lovely ribbon. I love this iridescent white. Can you see all that beautiful flecks in there? Love it. So the punch that I have is a rectangle punch, and I know we don't have a rectangle punch, but that's okay. You can get them anywhere, and I'm going to come down and give myself a punch right through all those pieces, just like so. And then I'm going to take my ribbon, and I think what I'm going to do, let's see, I have a lot of ribbon here. Cut some of this off. I don't need all of it. See if I can get this bow. I don't think it's long enough now. I'm trying to do a bow. Yeah, nope. We will just do our knot. Of course, you would do this around something, right? Around a gift or what have you, but I'm just going to go ahead and do a cute little knot there. There we go. I'm going to trim off the edges a little bit. There we are. Let's clean up our things there. And look what we've got. We've got a cute little gift tag that says to and from. We have a card here that says Merry Christmas. When you open it up, it has a really cute die-cut tree, and you could write your note. And then we have the original card intent idea here with our fun, non-traditional holiday colors, mint macaron and polished pink. May it be yours this holiday season with that cute little pink tree. So 3 projects simply by die cutting out a couple of these trees a couple of times from the Spruced Up bundle. I'm telling you, you will want to just keep playing and playing and playing. So if you haven't, again, click that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my camera here, any of my videos. Tell me, which project did you like best? And remember, I have that in color club that's going on, as well as some other great rewards, Stampin' Café Coins. And it is Double Café Coins this month, you guys. And that host code that you see right there, that is for Mystery Hostess. So shop with me October, during the month of October, using that host code, and you will be in the drawings to earn all the hostess dollars for the party total of orders. So it's wonderful. And Double Café Coins. Couldn't get much better than that. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. And again, click that bell so you don't miss out on any of my videos. I would love to have you join part of my fun Stampin' Cafe team. So until next time, happy stampin'!